Hi, in this training you are going to learn how to do a credit repair using the Credit Money Machine Pro Plus or Credit Money Machine Ultimate. When you enter, you're gonna find an image similar to this one depending on the version, and also depending on the resolution of your program, of your computer actually, you may want to change this resolution. Right now is at 100%, but you may want to click 150 if that fills in the screen completely so you can see it better, or stay at 100%. So in other words, whenever you want to change the resolution, it has to be here. I recommend you strongly to disconnect yourself from any distraction like phones, social media, etc. You should watch this video little by little, stopping and reenacting what you have learned all by yourself. Please don't try to remember long periods of these videos, but little chunks, and then repeat in the program what you just learned. To enter, you just click the enter button here, and if you haven't changed the password, you can click continue because the default password is already there. Now, depending if you have set up to enter in a different way, you're gonna enter into level simpler, the level 1. We have 3 levels: simpler, advanced, and expert. And I'm gonna teach you in the expert level simply because it's better to work. And if you feel that is maybe a little bit overwhelming to you, you can go to the simpler level or advanced level, because I'm gonna teach you how to change levels with this. But briefly, this is the simpler level. You can go to the menu here, to the menu area of the simpler level, which is this one, and these buttons show the different areas of the program, like finance, where we have account receivables, marketing, etc. If we click marketing, then we have the areas for the marketing, miscellaneous, emails, and credit repair. Most importantly here, you can change the level to level advanced or expert. As I said, I'm gonna teach you in expert level, but I'm gonna go through advanced level just to see that area. So here, when you enter, probably the program is gonna, I have a few sample records here, but the program is gonna be empty or have one test record. And here you can use these top menus or the essential icons to go to the different areas, or to add lines, delete, find, etc. Again, I'm gonna teach you on the expert level, so I don't wanna spend too much time on this one. What you should know is that by clicking here, you can show the full menu here, which is equivalent to these top menus. But this one, obviously, you have all of them at once, so you can see them all at once. Actually, have some benefits from doing that. Now I'm gonna click the levels. Again, from these levels you can go back to the simpler level, or you can go to the expert level. So since we want to work in the expert level, I'm gonna go here. This one should have been, I mean, the default that you're gonna have is gonna be this one. I had it open in a different area, but you're gonna see it this by default. Depending if you left it in a different area like I did, you're gonna see something different. So here I'm gonna try to convince you to work and always see the tooltips of the different buttons. This program is extremely comprehensive. It can handle all your business tasks, handle your whole business, and so you should pay attention to the tooltips. Every button, or most of them practically, have tooltips. So it tells you, so you don't need necessarily to remember what is the icon, but you will eventually if you actually check the different tooltips. Some buttons, like this one for example, you see that it has a different tooltip, right? You can see it. It has a different tooltip than with additional instructions, like clicking Shift Control or clicking Shift Control Alt. You don't need to learn everything at one time. That would be too much. But it's a great idea that you at least know what is the functionality of every button. Very soon you're going to know what are the black arrows and what they do, because they have almost identical, with very minor variations. It has almost identical use across the program. Or for example, this PPP here, that has identical use for different fields. So that is definitely important that you spend the time. And again, this is not something that you should take not lightly, not like you need to remember every. The idea is not to remember everything, but to know that you read the feature somewhere. In other words, when you need the feature, you're gonna remember that you read it, and then you can come back and pretty much review what you learned and use it, and use these alternate buttons, so the same button but with different functionality based on if you click, for example, Shift or Shift Control, etc. at the beginning. There are several ways, or in many cases, not always, but there are different ways to access a button or area. So, for example, in the case of the template manager, in the case of the template manager, we can evidently click here and go to the template manager. So we click here, you see, go to template manager. I don't need to go, but I'm gonna go later to show you where are the letters, etc., but not now. And there is another way. There is a menu at the very top that says scripts, and if you open that, you'll see that by clicking Control 2 or clicking here, it will go to the template. Also, it will be possible to go to the template manager from the miscellaneous top menu and go to template manager. Template manager, and still by clicking here in the full menu, it will be possible to do exactly the same. Not every button has 4 or 5 ways to go. Not every area has 4 or 5 ways to go, but certainly there are many that have 1 or 2. Well, one usually you have usually one at the top in the top menus. Okay, top menus, contacts, tasks, finance, and then you have all these areas which you also have in the menu, but sometimes you have a little more in the top menus because the full menu, it has a limited space. So this one you have more options, and etc. Emails, marketing. By the way, this marketing is for the ultimate version that we don't sell, except if you need some special, depending of your business. In the ultimate, there are very special options like the Facebook post scheduler that allows, and this is a kind of a parenthesis, that is possible to post messages or links or images or videos, and also automate them in a recurrent way. So that means that you can say, I want this video to post every day, and it can even delete from the previous post automatically. Same thing with Twitter, that we don't have an account here for Twitter right now set up, but it's exactly the same. You can post your text and have a recurrent actions. And there are other options, many other options for the ultimate, which I don't recommend that you get. I don't recommend that you get unless you have good use for the special options. You know, we have a YouTube manager, for example, video manager, etc., etc. We have many things in the ultimate, but you don't need them, at least not for some time. So with the Pro Plus, you have more than enough to do your business and to do marketing, etc., etc., which you're gonna learn in other videos, because this video is mainly to teach you the essential functionality and the credit repair part. I make it as easy as possible. Okay, so now to continue, let me summarize what I just said related to clicking buttons or going to different areas. Some people definitely like better the menu and they always stay here. Other people like better the top menus. Personally, I like better the top menus because it allows me to have something else here. Okay, so I'm going to explain just a little bit the central area. The central area is shared by many features of the program, many things of the program. This central area, one obviously is the menu, and the other one, for example, is for the tasks and the user-defined fields and task manager. User-defined fields and task manager. Different uses, for example, when we go to the bank manager here to create checks, for example, or to control bank accounts, etc. That's another way where this one is shared. It's also shared when you have the telemarketing here. Okay, so you have in this case a task manager and the telemarketing scripts, and there are actually many others where this area is shared. For example, the client valuation could be one of them. Alright, so the important thing to know is that you're gonna use this central area for many things, and that's why having the menu here, well, while it's great, but it obviously is taking the space that you could have showing the user-defined fields and the tasks, and actually the autoresponders too here, by the way, or the SMS to send text messages, or the interaction with social media. Okay, all right, so now we are going to go and show you the template manager. Template manager is where all the letters are located, plus you can add unlimited letters, whether they are for marketing or whether they are for the dispute process. Here we have the button for the template manager. Remember that we can go also by clicking Control 2, which by the way would be a great idea. It's almost a must that you learn this by heart. It's not that difficult. Okay, you learn this by heart, practice just a little bit, and then you will be able to go to these different areas, at least learn the go to templates, go to emails, go to contacts, go to invoices. I mean, but there are only 10, so control 1. This is going to expedite the use of the program a lot. Okay, so we're gonna go now to the template manager. So now I'm gonna go to the template manager by clicking here, or control 2, or having the miscellaneous, etc. And once here, notice that we have here, click the field below to select a category. Okay, so here you can have all the categories. This is the one that we use by default, but you can use another category, or you can add your own category of letters, etc. A little bit more than the scope of this training, because we have other videos that explain that in detail, but at least you should know that, for example, this is this is category that we use by default, and inside each category you can have unlimited letters. And by checking this box here, those letters will be available in the dispute center. So potentially, if you add a template and mark it to the right, that template will be available in the dispute center when you select the disputes. The disputes are selected automatically, but I'm just saying that you may want to add a dispute for special cases. Whatever reason is okay, and you can mark it here to make it available. If you mark it at the left column, that means that it's going to be available in the contacts area and other areas, like for example emailing and things that are related to contacts. That's why it says contacts disputes. So depending, so you can click. In this case, probably none of these would make sense to have them checked at the left. I don't know, maybe one, I'm not sure. But in any event, in other cases, this is what you should do. And at this point, for example, you should practice. I mean, you should stop the video many times. Okay, many times. Stop the video and practice, so you understand, so you can verify that what I'm saying is what happens when you check or uncheck, etc. For example, if I clicked right now here, right, so these both do. So if I go back here at the top right, go back, then here in the templates it's going to be available, that one too, the one that I just marked. I don't remember what was the name really, but I can assure you, yeah, this one was County Court Verification Letter. So you see, this one now is available here because I marked it in the left column. Okay, so be aware of this, because this is of the essence if you want to learn how to use the software, especially because it is at the left that you are going to mark marketing letters that you create. Inside the template manager we have all these tabs. The most important for you is, well, the categories. If you want to add a category, right, so you will add a category. The merge symbols, very important, because that's how you can insert these symbols here. Just by selecting the symbol, well, you select the position by being anywhere. Let's say that I'm here, and then you select the symbol, maybe full name. You see, this is the symbol that it was inserted. So that is very easy once you know, really. And you can try, you can add a new template, and you can type a little bit of whatever, and put some symbols, even though they will be meaningless at this point, but you can see that you're able to insert them. You don't have to because everything is done for you, but you definitely will like to do something in the future related to marketing letters, etc. And the same advice that I gave you before applies here. Check all these icons, what they do, and try them at least one time so you know what they do. Um, Soon you're gonna be an expert on this program, but the important thing is how much power do you have. Know how easy it is to do anything today. Today is your first day, or maybe not, but it's a training day. And if you don't understand, it's like your first day in class. You're gonna feel comfortable after a few days, but the important thing is the power. Why? Well, it's simple, because you had a program that is trivial, extremely simple, like many others out there. Well, they are trivial, but then you don't have any features that would be you don't have any power, I would say, that can ease your work once you become an expert. So after a few days in those programs, well, still you need to do the tedious work and the step-by-step things that you have to do, that you must do in those programs in order to achieve a simple goal. While on this one, if you learn the buttons, if you realize the power of the program, you're gonna be able to do a lot. With one click, you will do what will take 10 clicks, if possible, in another software. Okay, so now we're gonna go back. So we're back here again. We could be back to this one, for example. If I was before in the menu and I go to the template manager. If I go to the template manager, when I come back, notice that I came to the selection that I had before, which is pretty useful. If I come back right now, I come back to the menu. So so you're gonna come back essentially to the one that you were here, that you had before. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you this little thing, which is kind of important, and this says switch. So this little button here, switch certain fields here. Okay, the default fields are gonna be this one, affiliates and keyword tags and products and the creation date. So then you can switch and have these other fields, and you can switch back. So when you click, and it's pretty fast, so you don't have a problem. The reason for this, to having this, is so we can have a little bit more space here, as you can see, so we don't have all the icons on top of each other, because this is the expert view, so we have a lot of information together here. So that is the price you pay for having the power you have. Okay, if at any moment you feel a little bit overwhelmed with icons, etc., we have this eye icon here, an eye. You see to the left of the menu, we have an eye that will simplify all these icons, including the ones at the top. They are simplified, and you can come back just by clicking the eye or even clicking here. It's the same. You'll go back with this. I recommend that you have the icons on all the time. This area here, called the essential icons, is going to be very, very useful to you as soon as you understand what they do. For example, this one is the gavel that can go to the expert level to do the credit repairing for your clients with one click, selecting the client. So this button, for example, is important, and I've seen many clients that don't use the button, well, because they haven't learned how to use them. That's all. So they use, other menus which takes 2 clicks versus 1 click right here, a direct connection with the dispute center. So really I recommend you to use that. I mean, to learn the different, and you may have in your program, because again this is the ultimate and that I'm using for this demonstration. I might be able maybe to switch now instantaneously and have the ones that you're gonna see in the Pro Plus, because probably it's a good idea. So now we are in the configuration of the Pro Plus, which means that the icons probably are gonna be the ones that you're gonna see. The variations are very little, and so you don't need to worry about either one. And actually there's only one minor variation between the two programs in the sense of the essential buttons. Another thing, if you want to enter into the expert area directly, which I recommend you do, you go to the setup here, select agent privileges, and here, so practice that, you can select number 3, which is, as you can see by the tooltip, the expert level. That means that when you get out and come back, you're gonna come back. So if we exit here to the menu, right, and we enter, we are going to go directly, in this case because I was in the expert before. In the ultimate it didn't go, but it will go directly to this level. So now we're gonna enter into the credit repair part, the real part to do credit repair. Okay, so here we have credit repair in 3 steps in the menu, and also here we have credit repair in 3 steps. So this one is identical to this one. So basically it doesn't matter which one you click. That depends. That's why I said that if, for example, you are here, right, and you click credit repair, you don't have to go to the menu just to find the credit repair link. Also, when you're a little bit more advanced, you should go directly here and you can handle everything from there. But now we are going to go through this approach, okay, only to be a little bit more cautious and to learn a little bit more basic approach. Here all these areas are related to credit repair. So just you're gonna use them as you learn, etc. Some of them are more advanced than others, but an event is gonna be pretty simple. So if I click in credit repair in 3 steps, the central screen is gonna change, as you can see. Now I have to explain a couple of things here. Please pay attention, and again, interrupt the video as many times as you like to practice with the different things that I'm gonna teach you, because they are pretty basic, pretty easy, but they are essential. So first step is either adding a client or using the current client. So if you have the client already entered here, which you can by clicking the add button, yes, then, well, you will use current client, and this one will open with the basic information that you need to enter for date of birth, social security, name, address, and the report provided most importantly. Okay, so you're gonna enter here. The three ones that I recommend you to use are Identity Q, Privacy Guard, or ProCredit. The reason is really simple. Those are the ones that you can extract with one click. And even more, you can make money with some of them, like Identity Q, that they pay you monthly for recommending their credit report to your clients. So you're gonna put your client's username, the password, and well, the rest of the data as required. Okay, it's also important to know that if you go here to the task manager where the user-defined fields are shown, that the social security is gonna show here. It's gonna say social security. These ones are blank, but if you add a record, for example, I'm gonna add it just for the sake of the argument, you're gonna see social security and date of birth. Okay, in the other one I don't have it. I may have it if I want to. Okay, so I'm not going even to explain this because it's a risky maneuver, but I did it so I can have the same social security here and date of birth. My point is that when you're doing the credit repair, you're entering at the same time the date of birth and social security. So I'm gonna go back to credit repair. All right, use current client, and as you can see, when you enter this, date of birth is the same one that you would enter in the field, the user-defined fields, and the same with the social security, but it wouldn't be the same the same data that you enter here. In other words, there is not a corresponding field there to enter the current data. This is not the record that I had before, so I'm gonna go to that record because otherwise we don't have the data here. Okay, so now we are in the same record that we were before. By the way, finding here is a very important button, and you should analyze and practice this find because it is really powerful. It can find in a cross-reference from all these fields: first name, last name, company, phone numbers, keywords, product codes, URL, referrals related to state, email, keywords, and contact ID. In cross-reference means that with one field here you can put many things in any order of these, and it will find the record or records, the contact or contacts that match your selection. Okay, this is a very special find system, not available practically anywhere else. I've never seen it before. So you just click we find and it will find it. You have other options, as you can see, including a full find, which is more traditional way to do a find, but you don't need it 99% of the time. Okay, so now that we have entered, right, because we enter all the data here in this one, we're gonna go to the extract disputes. We could post the portal, and that is very useful when you have your client on the phone and you post the portal, and immediately you can send a notification to your client that the portal had been posted, so your client can go there and maybe enter their data while you are on the phone with him. So this could be very useful to upload the portal before to upload the portal immediately after entering. So in that case, you have your client on the phone. Probably what you want to do is only enter the name and the email, so you can send the email, and the rest he can enter in the portal. In this case, since we have the data, so that depends how your company works or that particular client works, we're going to extract the disputes. Okay, so we're going to extract the disputes. You need to verify that you are on this on the client that you want, because it's possible that you are not, and it's possible because you do a find maybe and you believe that you are in a certain client, but you are not. So always check visually to know that this is the client that you want to work with. Otherwise, you will be extracting disputes in a different or for a different client. So you can see the credit report provider, right? Credit report provider is being copied here, and the username and the password and the last 4 digits of the social security. So everything is done for you. You don't need to do anything special. The only and also you see that there is a button here, import automatically from Identity Queue. If you had this in Privacy Guard, for example, well, you see it would say import automatically from Privacy Guard, and the same thing would be if you had it from ProCredit. Okay, so it changes automatically, so it's really trivial. And then you just click this button. If the data is correct, the program will extract or will go to the credit report, will grab the report, will extract the report, and then we'll assign also, not only extract the data, but also assign the letters and reason and classify by type. I haven't clicked yet, waiting for me to finish what I was saying. But now you can go to the advanced area or to the expert area. Since we are working in the expert area in the other side, it only makes sense that we're going to use the expert area here too. So I'm going to click the expert area. Okay, it looks a little bit tiny bit more overwhelming. I'm going to go back to show you both, but this one is so powerful because you have all the data in plain view, and the other one is also very usable. So I'm going to go back just to show you credit repair in advanced area. So if you feel more comfortable using this area, certainly you can. This is much simpler area to the eye, but the other one, for example, has more fields and many things. The expert area is really fantastic. Again, it's up to you. Nothing wrong with using in this advanced area. You will have the creditors here, the account IDs. These are blank because they are inquiries. The dispute tag classified, which essentially no other software does, and then we have the bureaus here, one per line, which is important as opposed to check boxes, because with the check boxes you don't have the line of communication with creditors and credit bureaus. Basically you losing that power of knowing what you did. And this one, with this one you can. Then you have the round indicator groups when they are grouped, when you're gonna start printing these letters. We're gonna see that in a second. And the status, that is in this case to do. Also we have the dispute reasons, in this case for a judgment, in this case for an inquiry, in this case for a late payment, in this case for a collection, and the letters. So everything had been assigned automatically. Can you use this advanced area to do everything? Absolutely. I recommend you to use the expert if you don't feel overwhelmed for being a little bit tight. So it's tighter, the fields are tighter, and they have more, and they're shorter here. So the width is shorter because it has all the information in one line. In this one you need to click, for example, here to see the dispute reason. In the other one you can see the dispute reason in one line. I'm gonna use now the advanced area simply because it is so easy to understand that I don't want to overwhelm you, but you can switch whenever you want. It's really really easy to use. And by the way, when you use the expert area, you can go with this button that we talked before, right? I click back in case that you didn't notice. You can go directly to this client's you see, so you have exactly the same information: the dispute reason, the letter, the creditor, the type, the account, the amount, the order, and the status, but everything is, well, a little bit tighter, so you have more. So that depends what is your, this one is more efficient because you can see more. Out of the 41, we are seeing 34 out of the 41 that were extracted. So if you go down a little bit, well, you're gonna see the rest. In the case of the advanced, so we can click credit repair, advanced area, right? In the case of the advanced, well, if we click here, we see 15 out of 41. In the other one, you see double. We were seeing 34, right? I believe. So basically, it's definitely more efficient, the other area, but this one is really really easy on your eyes. So I'm gonna use it for now because definitely I don't want to overwhelm you. Okay, so once we have this, you can also manipulate the data. So we have extracted, and we have, as you can see, 41 disputes here, right? We are in position 2, 1, 2, right? If I go here, I'm in position 3, 1, 2, 3, out of 41, okay? If I go to the last one, I will be in the position 41. If I go to the first one, it will be for position 1. It's pretty simple. If I click here, I'm going to be in position 9. Okay. So this is very easy to know. I mean, the navigation bar, which is pretty consistent throughout the different areas of the program, this we call navigation bar. First record, previous record, select all records, next record, last record. And these are to undo and to redo. Undo and redo. For example, if I'm writing here something, oh, I made a mistake, whatever, I can undo. As long as I don't get out of the field, I can undo or redo as many times as I want any changes to the field. So if it's a long field, like notes, whatever, I can do redo and undo, undo and redo as many times as I want, as long as I don't get out. Once I get out, automatically the field is saved, as opposed to many other software where you need to save, and it takes not only time from you, but it takes time from the server. This one, as you can see, is instantaneous. So now you can also manipulate the data, again being practically impossible in any other system. Like, for example, you don't want to dispute the inquiries for your client until your client tells you which one have been deleted, because if you dispute an inquiry that is active and valid, the client may lose their credit card, and well, you don't want that. You're gonna click these black arrows that you see. We have many. I told you about them before. So you have many based on different fields. So in this case, you're gonna click this black arrow here and click omit, and all the ones have been omitted. Okay. All the inquiries have been omitted, not deleted. You can always have them back. So you see, if you click here, for example, all, you see, we have them back. Or if you had clicked here in Andrew, you would have had them back too. All right, so I'm going to click omit. All right, so now I have 34 only. Now I have to do the groups, or I can select the disputes I want to print. So either one. If you want to select, here is the place. You see, always check the tooltip. If in doubt, let's say that you don't remember what I said. You don't remember if it's here, you don't remember if it's here, or here, whatever. Sometimes I don't remember, but I check the tooltip because it's gonna be there. Also, many of these tooltips have the ability that you can look at the button, hold the Alt key before hovering to see the tooltip in the window. So I can press the Alt key and then hover, and you see I have a tooltip here that it can stay forever. So I can see, I can read it, and even I can print it if I don't understand. So, but the important thing, or copy and paste somewhere. So the important thing is that you don't need to remember where, you need to remember the feature only. So again, it would be possible, perfectly possible, that some people like, for example, dispute the collections first. That would be extremely easy, right? So in that case, for example, I will use the task, the black arrows here, and select, find from selected, boom. I have all these, and now I create my group. Alright, and some people like to dispute everything at one time. Okay, so that's perfectly right. I'm gonna select them all again. I'm going to omit the inquiries because I want to, not necessarily, well, it's almost I have to, but I want to, and then I'm gonna create the groups here. I have 1, 2, 3, and in this case I'm gonna click several, selected, and you see here how many disputes per letter. So 99 essentially means all, since you're probably not gonna have more than 99 disputes per bureau. That would be more than 300. But if you can put any number, you can put 1,000 here, so it doesn't matter. 99 is usually enough. You're gonna do all 30 days in between letters or in between groups. So I click set groups. You see they were set, and you can know, even though at this moment it might not be necessary, that there are 6 of TransUnion, there are 11 of Experian, and they are 17 of Equifax. Number is irrelevant. And now, so we have set up the groups, and you see the groups here, A, B, and C at the bottom. And then we're gonna print the disputes. Alright, so these are the defaults, by the way. You see here, this set several dispute per letter is identical to this one, identical, and here are the default, meaning what the program is going to suggest here or suggest here. But you can change it, or you can change the default, and also you can change the overdue date. For example, here we have 45 days, which means that this is the maximum allowed date that you're going to give to your client to send you the responses from credit bureaus. If that is the case, if you are using, not to be confused with the round due date that we have a report. Okay, so this is not to be confused with this one. This is the overdue date, kind of the maximum date that you give to your clients to send you back the responses from credit bureaus. But if your client has a monitoring service, then you don't need this. I mean, you can put 30 days if you want, because you are going to extract in 30 days. Okay, pretty much automatically. Everything is going to be done automatically for you. Not the extraction, you need still to click the button, but after that all the selections and everything is going to be automated. Okay, so now we're going to print the disputes, and it's going to go, you're going to click selected, right? Alright, so the program is printing all the letters. By the way, it's possible even to print automatically the envelopes or print them later. What you're gonna do, there is a video that you have received with your welcome email that explains how to save the letters into your hard drive. But essentially is clicking save as PDF and using the one that you're gonna see below, PC. In this case you don't see PC because this is not a server, this is my programming environment, so you're not gonna see the same thing. That's why that video explains in 2 minutes how to save those letters into your hard drive to be printed into any printer that you may have, whether it is a network printer or attached printer, etc. Okay, so well, once they are printed, right? Once they're printed, so or saved actually into your local computer, since you are in a server computer. By the way, here I will need to move this to the left if you want to see more. Not that it matters too much, but I guess so you can see. Okay. Well, once you finish, you're gonna get out. You can read this, so actually you should, but I'm gonna explain it to you right now. Notice that the overdue date changed to 45 days from today. The status became in progress, and the round due date has in this case 30 days, because that's what we have here by default, right? So 30 days from today, and this is going to be controlled in a report that I'm going to show you in a couple of minutes. Okay, so this is, let's say, done right now, except that you could print the envelopes, okay, or the envelopes could have been printed automatically. How? Well, in order to print the envelopes automatically, you can click here, set automatic print of envelopes, and you can say print, and you see this red dot that indicates that the envelopes, the automatic envelopes, are on. So that means that when you print, it's going to put it in front of your letters. Well, that's great. Or you can click print envelope when you have this in progress, print envelopes, and we have 3 ways: real envelopes, or labels, Avery 5163, or paper inserts, which is the one I recommend because it is so easy. And you're gonna put selected, and again it's gonna print, you see, these paper inserts that you can put into a double window envelope and just fold. So, and they have a line that you don't see here because it's too light, but it has a line that you can use to fold the paper and put it into a double window envelope. That's why it looks like an attorney, and it looks pretty nice, professional, etc., and practically no work. Okay, so you can explore the different fields here. For example, one interesting field probably you won't need, hopefully, because you're gonna do everything automatically, but in some cases you may need to add a dispute. This is extremely difficult in other software. This is kind of a little short of a nightmare just to do that, but in here is really easy. You just click on it, type, for example, gonna type Sears, and then you can click here to know which ones are in the database, and then you're gonna type the account number, select whatever it is, charge off, let's say, for example, and if it is in the 3 bureaus, if it is only 1 bureau, you select the bureau. If it is in the 3 bureaus, you select 3 bureaus, and that's it. Pretty much you have the reason, the letter, everything done. These 3 to do, right? These 3 to do pretty much they are done. I'm gonna delete them by clicking this delete at the top. You put this thing in red, which means that no warning is gonna be given. So great when you need to delete things fast, very dangerous if you don't know exactly what you're doing. Okay, so now let me explain a little bit what would happen if the client does not have a monitoring service. If the client has a monitoring service, you simply will press the same button that you did originally to extract. It will be one button, and then everything will change automatically as appropriate. The news will be new, the ones that not change, new letters will be created automatically, etc., etc. Really simple. Now let's say that your client sent you five disputes. Okay, by the way, you can use this, or you can use, in this case, this, because this is to create the groups manually when you print, but this one can be used to do what I'm going to do now. Again, what I'm going to do now is simply selecting some. So actually I'm gonna uncheck them only to do the things correctly. It will be absolutely the same, but I want you to understand what I'm doing. Okay, and I'm gonna look for another one, maybe a collection, so I have a little variety. So remember, we're trying to, let's pretend that these 5 that I marked, which I'm going to select right now, select from selected, boom. So pretty easy, right? And let's say that these are the answers, the one that you got the answer from your client. So let's say that this one was updated positively, and let's say that this one was that was deleted. And actually I wanted a different one, but it doesn't really matter. So let's say that we have these two. One is updated, the other one is deleted, so both are positive things, right? And then you have 3 that were verified. So in other words, they didn't change. And so what we need to do in this case to process the second round, so this is the next month, right? Next month, is simply click the P here that stands for process. So we're going to click this, and we're going to click the number 5 to duplicate all disputes in progress displayed. These disputes will be changed to no change, and the letters of duplicates will be changed to the next letter in the Metro 2 system. Well, this is after the second round, so the second round is not like that, but it doesn't matter. So you click number 5, you see, and then you have 3 no change, which is the ones that were in progress, right? They were not changed before, so they were verified, and 3 letters were created, and 3 new duplicates were created, and 3 new letters. So the letter changed from round to round. Okay, from round to round the letter changed, and now you only need to essentially you can create groups for this one if you want. That's perfectly right. In this case, they are 1 per each viewer, so you don't need to create groups. But if they were more than 1, you can create group for that one and print, and that will be your second round. And the same thing for third, fourth, etc. So the program enters into the Metro 2 system as long as this thing is marked as Metro 2 system. Is going to enter into the Metro 2 system, and it's going to dispute different parameters that by law must be accurate under the Metro 2 system. Okay, so being said that, we have done everything here. We have a round date here that is going to be that was transferred to the report. and we're going to see that report in a second. But first, now this is the moment to upload the portal and advise the client about the portal. So we're going to click here, but before that I want to warn you and explain you about this. First of all, here you can have your monetizing link. So for example, if you have a monetizing link with identity queue, you can put it here and it will show up in the portal. Also, the boxes that are not checked will be presented to the client, like the agreement, social security, driver's license, the utility bill. So you can read the tooltip to know these are 3 documents that you want, and the login, the credit report login. The agreement obviously is special for obvious reasons, and you have the agreement in the here in the category agreements of the template manager. The one that has this symbol, so you can have multiple agreements, but the one that has this symbol is the one that is going to post in the portal. If you don't want to post an agreement, be sure to check that box, or simply delete the agreement here for more security. Delete the symbol, or maybe add a space or something so it doesn't transfer to the portal. So in this case, because I'm showing you this, I want to show everything. So by the way, this is the report that we're gonna see a little bit later. This is the report, the dispute stats report, and also is here dispute stats report. So this is identical to this one. All right. Okay. So upload portal. So I'm gonna upload it for the client, and I can advise the client with an email by clicking this client. There are ways to do this automatically. So in other words, that instead of having to click, it will always send an email to the client. I know that many software have that. That's why we don't have it on purpose. So we have it as an option, but we prefer to click. And the reason is simple. When you're doing it automatically, sometimes you made a mistake in the portal. You are maybe testing the portal. You maybe is your first thing, and you don't want to every time that you post the portal that the client gets an email automatically. Maybe when you become an expert in the setup, there is a way to set up this email and many others automatically, so when you do certain action, it's gonna trigger the email. But usually, especially at the beginning, you don't want to do that because you don't want to make errors. So for example, in this case, it's totally irrelevant to send, so I'm not gonna do it, and I'm gonna click none. All right. So now the portal is being posted, and the program is going to ask, do you want to see the portal now? So I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to select external. Okay. So here I have it. This is the portal that we just did. It's possible that you don't see it in its entirety because the video window doesn't allow that, because the portal is centered. So maybe I don't know if I could reduce. Yep, I could reduce the browser. Okay, so here we have the agreement that you should obviously review before and approve. You can have unlimited versions of the agreement, or if you're coming from a different company, you can use the agreement that you used to use and that you feel comfortable with. Perfectly right. So here your client could enter their data and be transferred to the program through the email system. So it will go to the email system, and from there, when it's received, so essentially you only need to click receive emails, so all this data will be transferred to the program. Also the credit card information or the bank account information also, and your client can sign this contract. Also, we have here the consumer credit file rights and the right to cancel contract, which your client must sign up and then submit, right? Here the same thing. Your client will select one of the options here, and then enter the username and password plus the last 4 digits, and that will be transferred to the program. The same thing with the Social Security, driver's license, utility bill, can send that. Also here, so at the top in the status tab, your client can see the status of all the disputes that you're doing for him or her, color coded. So here are the colors, color coded, and they can see the follow-up date, the inquiry type, the creditor, the account ID, the status, the reason. They can even put comments that will be transferred to will be received in the email system, and potentially is possible to be transferred automatically into the dispute. That is a kind of a very advanced option, and you should not do it when you are starting the program, but later on it will be very useful. For example, in the inquiries, you can ask your client to tell you which ones they don't want to dispute because they have it active, and the rest, well, whatever. Also by law, when you have it to do, not now, the ones in progress are already done, but the ones that are to do, your client can say, for example, oh, this is unknown, or this is never been late, so you can have the reason from your clients that can help you in the difficult ones to basically to do a better job for your client. Usually programs don't have these, or comments, or even follow-up days or types. So basically portals are pretty primitive. And here in the attachments tab, your client can send you the responses from credit bureaus, for example, and other documents they may want to send you. And in the contacts tab, they can ask you questions. All of this will go into the email system, okay? Because remember that the Credit Money Machine Pro Plus or Ultimate both have a full-fledged email system to send and receive. Also, we have a short education database for your clients, and your client can also refer you friends. A good idea, a good tip would be every time that you delete something, ask your client for say congratulations in an email or something, or a text message maybe, and then you can ask for, would you refer me a friend that can benefit from our services, etc. Also, if you have Spanish clientele, can put it in Spanish or Polish, that is so popular in Chicago, Illinois. So the English probably is the one that you're going to use the most. And here, if this client has an affiliate, well, the information of the affiliate can show here. I'm saying can because not necessarily must. Okay, so you may not want, or maybe your client does not want that the affiliate will show, etc. So there are variations. So here in the portal tab, here you see portal tab, in the options, this one does not have if you want the affiliate to show, assuming that the affiliate, that this client would have an affiliate, then you would need to mark this number 4. Check it if you want to use the referral referral number one, so the affiliate number one, salesperson of this client in the client's portal as the referred person. Okay, so you're gonna mark this and save it, and then it will show the affiliate, if any, obviously, if any, if you don't have an affiliate here. In order to convert, in order to create an affiliate, let me see if we have any affiliate selected. No values defined. Okay, so I can assign an affiliate. In order to assign an affiliate, okay, we have Porsche right here, right? Porsche, in order to mark as an affiliate, is here, is affiliate. Boom. Current. So it becomes blue, and this one becomes blue, so you know that it's an affiliate at a glance. Also, this thing here is, I wouldn't say that it's important in the sense that it has great functionality, but it's a good idea to mark this as an affiliate, or this one as a client, or this one as a lead, for example. Okay, and then if this lead was referred by the affiliate Porsche, you see, we will select Porsche here, and we can post the affiliate portal, but I'm not going to do it at this moment because I want to also mark this one. Okay, and in this case I can post the affiliate portal. Okay, so I don't have the correct path here. Maybe I can do it from here. If I go to the affiliate portal, maybe I can do it from here. Portal, affiliate. Also, you can send email to the affiliate or affiliates. Okay, it could be many affiliates selected at one time. And no, I have the wrong path, local path. So I'm gonna fix it in a second because I've been yes, I don't have the correct one because I'm using the Pro Plus instead of the Ultimate, which is the one I use. Okay, so I'm gonna fix it in a second. Okay, I switched to the Ultimate because it's the one that I'm using, so the local path has to be that. So you see, I click affiliate. I'm not gonna send an email, but I could to one or many affiliates at the same time, and now it posted. So if I go to the affiliate, I have this affiliate, and in the referral I have these two, you know, a lead and a client, and it's possible for me to put messages directly from the program to inform the affiliate what is the status of their cases. And it's important to know that neither the affiliate, the client portal or the affiliate portal are linked to the database of the software, as opposed to any other portals out there that they're linked, and because of that they are susceptible to be hacked and get the whole database, and potentially the whole database from all the clients, depending of course on the level of the hacker. With our portals it's impossible. First of all, if you had a website with us, the portals will be inside the website. Okay, so that means that it will be, for branding capabilities, it's going to be great because it's going to look exactly like it is integrated with your own domain name. But in any case, the affiliate and client portal does not contain, you see, it only contains the name of the client, and then it contains, well, truncated account IDs. That's all. No email, no phone numbers, no social, no date of birth, nothing. So even if this thing is hacked right now, well, the only thing that you're gonna steal is something useful, like the name of a person, that you don't know who he is, and some truncated accounts. That's all. Same thing with the affiliate. So for security reason, it is much better. Also here, your affiliate, and now I switched back to the affiliate portal, can search, for example, all the clients with one click, or all the leads, and you have the total here, right? So your maybe your affiliate only wants to see the clients, for example, or maybe the lead that he has referred, or maybe another affiliate. So they can have an affiliate, so a client that is an affiliate, so they can see an affiliate, or the inactive ones, which would be the clients that you already finished with them. So the clients are considered active clients and inactive clients. And here they can send you questions or documents, or refer a prospect in two ways. A simple way, so they provide the name, phone number, and email, maybe some comments, maybe some documents, or a full-fledged form where they're gonna put pretty much all the data from the client, including social security, etc., if they know it. So anyway, we have it in Spanish and English, but the important is that he has two. This one is very easy for the affiliate, and this is more comprehensive, depending what is your deal, what is your agreement with the affiliate. Okay, but it's important to know that the portals are essentially more secure. All right, so now going back, essentially we cover all the basic, but I would like to kind of highlight things. We have a website, lmrsupport.com. okay, lmrsupport.com. maybe I would like to go there. So LMR support, in here you can open support tickets, or email us to this email, or open a support ticket here, or even text a question to this number. We have manuals here for Credit Money Machine Pro Plus, and also we have videos, more importantly. And potentially some of these videos are going to look different, not only because they are older, but because it could be from different areas of the program. In other words, it could be for example, for the simpler area, for the simpler level, as opposed to the expert level. So don't get confused. Simply understand that this is a very large program. But here, when we clicked Credit Money Machine Pro Plus, you can see that there are a bunch of videos, right, for the different areas of the program. And if you if you try to find your question here, you can't, well, by all means, go to the support ticket, click here, boom boom, and submit your question, and you will be answered. Or send an email to support at Telemar International, or put a text ticket, a text support ticket. Okay. By the way, hopefully you will never use it, but so you feel confident. If you ever want to cancel one of our products, click here, so you can open our cancellation form. So no problems, and you just fill in the form that you're canceling, and that's it. So no problems if you want to cancel. Hopefully you will be with us forever. And again, welcome to the family. Above all, make a lot of money, make me proud. That is important, because without making money there is no business, right? It's just a hobby. And be serious about it. Also read the course that we sent you in the welcome letter, And don't be strangers. Don't be a stranger. Give us a call if you have any questions. But first, always see the support area. See the lmrsupport.com for videos and information before calling us. We don't have live support. We have ticket support, and in emergencies you can call, but you're gonna be referred to put a trouble ticket unless it's something extremely urgent. Like program is down or something that requires immediate attention. So please send a support ticket whenever you can. So thank you, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.